16 teams entered bracket play Sunday at the 2016 PrimeTime Sports Tournament of Champions in College Station, Texas, but only one team would be crowned the champion of the 8th grade division. The Highland Park Scots got to the quarterfinals in a close win over the Stephenville Jackets 34-27. They would face off with the Westridge Wildcats after that team took care of Round Rock in the first round 24-16. The Highland Park Scots held the Wildcats to only 12 points in the game while managing to put up an impressive 42. Highland Park easily advances to the semifinal round. Lovejoy easily defeated the Mesquite GCO Gamecocks in their first game, 55-12, and met the Katy Red Raiders, in the quarterfinals. The Red Raiders were coming off a 40-24 win over Midlothian Heritage. Lovejoy would overcome the Red Raiders by the same score. Lovejoy advances to the semifinals to take on Highland Park. On the other side of the bracket, it was the Cypress Wildcats getting off to a hot start against the Midlothian Ice, winning their first round matchup by 40 points by a score of 47-7. The San Antonio Synergy played an impressive game against the H.F. Stevens Showtime. Despite H.F. Stevens' impressive scoring numbers leading the division the day before with 62 and 56-point performances, they were held to only 13 points against the Synergy, as the San Antonio Synergy win this one 27-13. The Cypress Wildcats would continue their strong production, though. The Synergy played well but could not stop the powerful Wildcat offense. Cypress escapes the semifinals with a narrow 30-26 win. The Cypress Flight and the Stony Point Elite would face off for the final spot in the semifinals. The Cypress Flight easily handled the Cy Ranch Mustangs in the first round 26-7, while Stony Point Elite won a shootout over LTMS Nighthawks 35-28. The Cypress Flight proved too much for Stony Point Elite, winning the match 33-14, and that would put the Cypress Flight against the Cypress Wildcats for a spot in the championship game. Here, the Cypress Wildcats rebounded from their close game against the Synergy. The Cypress Flight could not get enough going on offense to challenge the Wildcats. The Cypress Wildcats would pull away to a comfortable 34-19 victory, securing their spot in Sunday afternoon's championship game. The Wildcats would await the winner between Highland Park and Lovejoy, and the Scots and Lovejoy squared off in what was most likely the most memorable game of the tournament. The teams combined for a total of 60 points in this battle, and Lovejoy led the Scots by a score late in the second half. But the Scots would tie the game with less than 2 minutes remaining to try to send the game into overtime, but Lovejoy marched right down the field and scored with less than 30 seconds left to take the game 33-27. Lovejoy and the Cypress Wildcats are the finalists in Sunday's bracket play. You can catch the championship video right here on PrimeTime Sports. For the Tournament of Champions, I'm Michael Knight.